So it's gonna be up to this security man right here if we get to go in and at least look and see. Thank you. Well, I wish they would have. Okay, wait. Put your camera down. Put your camera down. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I know that y'all have been waiting to see the to be continued about the Tyler Perry Studios thing. I've had even my best friend text me, like, she tried to play it off like, oh girl, I meant to ask you how Tyler Perry Studios went after she saw the video. I'm like, girl, you better wait. You gonna wait like everybody else. But no, so I wanted to come and actually share that we did not get to go into Tyler Perry Studios, unfortunately. They were shut down due to the pandemic. But, you know, just being able to see it, just even going up to the gate, being able to, you know that a black man built that our black dollar helped to build that, really inspired me. Plus, I was already on a high because I had already, you know, accomplished my goal. I will be able to see inside one day. I will be able to go and take pictures and look around, and I'm excited for that day to come. But until then, I wanted to come and share with you guys 3 things that I learned from Tyler Perry. Number 3 thing, we're gonna do a countdown. So number 3 that I learned from Tyler Perry is to honor your enemies, to honor those who don't believe in you. You know, there was a clip that someone asked Spike Lee, who is another African-American director. Someone asked Spike Lee how he felt about Tyler Perry, and he said that is nothing but coonery, buffoonery. Anyways, Spike Lee was just not for it. He was not with it. So what did Tyler Perry do? Did he respond? No. What did he do? He named a studio after Spike Lee. He built his entire studio. Actually, he didn't name a studio. He named a sound stage after Spike Lee, the man that called his work coonery, buffoonery, the man that sat there and said, whatever. You know, he ain't, whatever he got going on, it ain't nothing. You know, just because you are the underdog, that means absolutely nothing. Tyler Perry is pure proof that the underdog can rise and be on top. It doesn't matter what people think about you. You know, your best revenge is the success. Your best revenge is saying, you know what? Here's a sound stage named after you. Thanks for your non-support. Everybody's not gonna get you. Everybody's not gonna see the gift that God has placed on the inside of you, and they're not gonna see your vision. But you have to continue to be honorable. You have to continue to give honor, because I'm sure, you know, he had to respect Spike Lee because of the things that Spike Lee himself has accomplished. But at the same time, for Spike Lee not to even support or acknowledge, like, that blessed me. I don't know about y'all, but that blessed me. The second thing that Tyler Perry taught me is to stay focused, you know, to make sure that you are focused on what it is you're doing at the time. Can you venture off? Yes. Can you do multiple things? Yes. But when you're focused on 500 different things, it's hard to water and nourish that main gift. It's hard to do that when your brain is all over the place. So he taught me to focus, to make sure that what it is you're working on is the thing that you're working on for the time being. Like, give yourself a year to work on this specific thing, and then after that is established and running operationally without you, go to the next level, go to the next step and do that. So Tyler Perry actually taught me how to do that, how to remain focused on one thing until it actually pays off. And I love that, you know, he's very open about saying that his His mom wanted him to get a job with some benefits, and all he wanted to do was do his plays, and for 12 years he would try to do those plays. And he finally went and got a job. He said they had to talk him into doing one last play, and he sold it out. And from then it was like a rocket ship. So if you just remain focused on the one thing that, God has given you to do right now, that seed that he has planted in you right now, remain focused on that. Water that seed. Make sure that seed gets the sunlight. Make sure that seed gets everything that it deserves so that it can grow. Then go to the next seed. And the number one thing that Tyler Perry taught me is to remain consistent, especially to your audience. He talked about very openly how when he went to Hollywood and they didn't know who he was and they wanted him to change up, they wanted him to stop saying the name Jesus. They wanted him to change everything up, but he knew who he was talking to. He knew that his audience knew Jesus. He knew that his audience needed to hear Jesus. He knew that he was basically healing through laughter. I love that, y'all, because he talks about how a lot of people that either talked about what he was doing, they either had something negative to say or they didn't want to support. He talked about how he just could not understand how they did not see that what he was trying to do was heal through laughter, heal through comedy. And, you got to remain consistent. Even when people don't know why you're doing what you're doing, you have to know your why. That's why it's important to know your why, because other people are not going to know it. And then if they don't know it and they come in and they call your stuff coonery, buffoonery, you'll be ready to quit. He kept going and he remained consistent and true to his audience because he knew what his audience needed, and he knew he had that invisible contract that we talked about. Remember that invisible contract? If you don't remember the video, go back and watch it. The invisible contract that you have with your audience, and they expect that from you. They expect you to show up like that. They expect you to show up every time. You knew when you go see a Madea movie, anything that Tyler Perry do, you know that you gonna laugh, you gonna worship a little bit, you gonna cry a little bit, you gonna get mad a little bit. You already know, because that was the contract that y'all signed. We signed it with Tyler Perry. We signed up for this, and he stayed true to that. He remained consistent with that. And guess what? He won with that. So that is the 3 things that Tyler Perry taught me. I am sorry I made y'all wait for me to just tell y'all that they were closed due to the pandemic, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Hey, it's YouTube. But y'all already know I love you so much. And I will see you next time.